Hey, if you're a weightlifter with your typical weightlifter flexibility and you're looking for yoga to improve your strength training, this video is for you. I've got Austin Curran here. He is a former IFBB bodybuilding pro and a weightlifting expert. We're going to show you how you can modify yoga poses to fit your flexibility levels while also taking you through a great follow-along workout. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out the other videos in this series.
Hey guys, it's Dean. I've got Austin Curran here, author of Science of Strength Training, former bodybuilder, competitive bodybuilder, and overall weightlifting expert. And I'm going to be taking him through a series of yoga movements, a little yoga routine specifically made with weightlifters in mind. And I've got all the tools in front of me, and I'm going to walk you through those right now just to show you the kind of tools that you might need, especially if you are a less inflexible guy, a less flexible, more inflexible dude, and tell you how that can help you out. So yeah, Austin, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Cool. All right. So these are just your yoga basic tools, and these are what pretty much everyone's going to be using when they're doing yoga, with the exception of the knee pad. That's something that's not as common, but really helpful. So we've got blocks. Now the blocks are going to be helpful. So like Austin, I'm just going to have you do a lunge with your hands on the blocks and your knee over your ankle and your front foot. So typically and get your feet a little bit further apart and keep that back leg up if you can. Yep, even further apart if possible. Cool. So the blocks are going to be helpful here because normally if we want to get the hands on the ground, what's probably going to happen, so if you put your hands on the ground, Austin, without the blocks, what's probably going to happen is he's going to do kind of this rounding in the back, and I want to try and practice being in a neutral spine or a straight spine. So we're going to use the blocks to make that a little bit easier. Alternatively, if he's even a little less tight or even tighter, we can use the super blocks to make that even easier. By the way, you can relax that back knee because I don't want you to die just quite yet. So these are the tools that we're going to be using. Also, if you have tight hamstrings, so go ahead and stand up and do a hinge movement with a forward fold. So soft knees, reach down, do your best to touch the ground. Now, Austin's got pretty impressive hamstring flexibility for a guy of his size. But if you were less flexible, what we would have you do is I'd have you use these blocks here just in front of your feet like that. And that way, if the hamstrings aren't as flexible, he's going to be able to get his legs straighter while being able to keep his hands on the blocks. And this means he's going to put a lot less strain in his back. He's going to be able to focus more on stretching the hamstrings versus just rounding the back in a passive forward fold position, which is something that typically I like to avoid unless you have really good mobility in the spine. So those are the tall blocks. And then if you wanted to, right, we could swap those out and we could use the standard size blocks just depending on where your flexibility is. Also, if you're a bigger guy, Austin, you don't have this issue, but if you've got a belly in the way, then sometimes that can get in the way of doing forward fold. So getting the blocks just makes that a little bit easier. And then other tool that I'm going to show you here is the knee pad. So, you know, Austin's a great example of someone who's in really good shape, but also has a lot of weight. So Austin and I are the same height, but I weigh 170 pounds right now, and you weigh 205? 210. Yeah, so that's 40, carry the 40 more pounds than I have.
Hey guys, if you like this video and you want to get into yoga, I've got a free 30-day challenge that you can do right here for free on YouTube. The link for that is in the description below. Just check that out when you're finished. Enjoy the rest of the video.
So if you get on the ground and you put your knee on the ground in a low lunge, so go ahead and just try that out, right? That's probably not going to be super comfortable for minutes at a time. So getting a knee pad under there, allowing you to stay in that low lunge and not hate your life is going to make this yoga session a lot more enjoyable, and also you're going to be able to hold the poses longer, and also the more you enjoy it, the more likely you are to be consistent with it. So using a knee pad, that's going to be helpful. And then the last tool that we have here is your yoga strap. And you're going to use a yoga strap for most poses, no matter what your flexibility levels are. But in particular, this is going to be helpful if you can't get your hands behind your back and bring your hands together. So let's just see what that looks like, right? So maybe, how close are we?
Pretty limited.
All right, we're getting close there, but ideally what we would like to be able to do is get the hands together. So instead, and rather than just, hurt your hands or your shoulders or whatever, so we're gonna use a strap. You're gonna hold that behind your back. And now we can make it so you can see your shoulders now. So I'm gonna show you the difference here. So go ahead and do what you were doing before without the strap. And you can notice his shoulder positioning here. See how he's kind of letting the shoulders round forward? He's not able to open the chest up that much. So when we use the strap, now he can get his shoulders in a much more open position. And this is going to be a lot better, just going to feel a lot better, but he's also going to he's also going to be able to work on his overall shoulder mobility a lot better. So this is where the strap really comes in helpful for guys who are bigger and less flexible. It's that if they can't get their hands together comfortably, we get that strap, bring your hands a little further apart. And then also we can do this with the arms overhead. So bring the arms straight up. Yeah, and that strap allows you to get a little bit more range of motion comfortably than without the strap. So hand the strap back for me, please. Yep, and bring the arms overhead. And you can kind of see he's like straining a little bit. His face is a little more strainy. His shoulders are coming up a little bit higher, right? He's elevating his shoulders a little bit more than he was before. So if we have that strap there, now he's able to put this in a bit more comfortable position. He's probably feeling a better stretch to the shoulders as well. So this is going to allow us to work more on our shoulder mobility than no strap at all. So anyways, these are the basic tools that you're going to use. And the point of these is to make these postures feel the way that they're supposed to. A lot of guys try to avoid using tools. They think that, okay, if I have to use a tool, that means that I'm making it easier. In reality, what you're doing is you're making the exercise work for your current flexibility levels. So I encourage you guys to use props. Don't look at them as crutches. What they are is they're enabling you to do the pose in a way that matches your flexibility levels. So yeah, that's what we got.
Nice work. Hope you guys enjoyed this workout. Big shout out to Austin Current for teaming up with me on this series. Make sure you like the video, subscribe if you found it useful. There's more of these videos coming, and follow for more no-fluff yoga designed for men. If you like this video and you want to see another one right now, check out my best yoga poses to build strength and flexibility.